guys, Ian Anderson, Touch Coast Disc Golf. We're back for some Farragut Open. I'm again joined by Jared Person. What up, Jared?
Just, watching some disc golf with Ian, my buddy.
It's the best, man. I love watching disc golf. We're out at beautiful Farragut State Park. There's is there 5 courses out there now?
Let me see. Yes, there is actually. There's 5 courses out here now. That's good. We have a brand new course that's just about to open in a week.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
So, you can play disc golf for days and never play the same hole.
You can. Yeah. 5 days to be exact. You just 5 days, 1 course a day.
I like your style, man. All right, what are we doing on hole 10?
Hole 10. All right, so this is a fairly challenging par 4. The gap off the tee is pretty tight. You're looking to go fairly straight with maybe just a teeny little bit of left finish.
Okay. How's Matt looking so far?
Maybe a little too left, or never mind. He pushed the distance. He is in the perfect spot for a straight approach.
He is good at pushing the distance. He throws far.
Yes. Yeah.
Mr. Withers?
This is looking a little more traditional, a little straight. So there's 2 gaps after you get through this initial one, and Matt is on the left, and it looks like Scott is on the more straighter gap. So.
Okay. Cameron? Gonna be playing the high. This is touchy right here for you lefties.
Super hard lefty shot, but Cameron just absolutely
no, he didn't.
Shot. That's pushing 500 feet right there.
What?
That's 470. That is a really, really good shot. Yeah,
and shaped beautifully too.
Yes, absolutely.
I want first 6 holes Dion back.
Yeah, right here. Here it comes.
I know you got it, anybody. He's busting out that pulse.
Oh, he had a pretty good angle for being in the trees because you could get up and down. It's a smash, but if anyone could do it, it's Dion. He's got a cannon. So.
He does. Scott going over the top with that Champ Firebird. That's a long putt.
I like that play though. If I had that shot, I would do it all the time.
Yeah, he's got a 300-foot plus overhand.
Yeah, it's what a tool.
Whoa.
James Atwood dodging disc.
I did not know where that was skipping off.
There it is. Hopefully Dion can save the par from there. Matt, after that fantastic drive, will just be laying up for his 3.
Matt had such sneaky distance. It did not look like he threw the disc that hard off the tee. I thought he was coming out early. That was a smash.
Yeah, he's real smooth, man.
Yeah.
Cameron, after that monster drive, just a little putter up. Wow.
That is the best lefty drive I've ever seen on that hole, and that's I'm the only other lefty I've ever seen throw it, so. But that definitely outclassed me in so many ways. That was a smash.
That was really tight line, too, with that.
It is.
That hyzer flip.
The tree that Dion hit as a lefty, you have to come so close just to have a gap.
Exactly. Dion unable to save the par. We're looking at a bogey. Matt trying to convert for the 3. You got to make it after that drive, though.
Absolutely. I mean, he played it as clean as he could,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There is Dion dropping in the 5, and Cameron monster drive, nice upshot, and a little dunker for the bird here.
That was really, really nice. I mean, the shot he threw off the tee is so difficult for a lefty. I actually play a mid-range and just lay up to the tree just so I could hit the gap.
Hey.
Taking a high speed off that is impressive.
Sure was. Looks like Matt just took second place there from Dion. Got a couple strokes on him. Scott still with a pretty healthy lead, and we are looking at hole 11, sir.
All right, so this one, again, it's kind of, you have 3 gaps to hit. They're all about 15 feet wide, so you kind of just pick one and try and execute a straight to slightly turned over shot or throw a roller.
Huh.
Yeah. I've seen that work, actually. I do. There's a guy named Rich out here who plays a roller off this, and I've seen it work really well.
Yeah, I can see that play. Your disc gets skinnier when it's rolling.
Mm-hmm.
For hitting that gap, Cameron with another great drive.
It's fantastic. He did exactly what I was saying. You just kind of pick a gap and just try and execute the straightest shot you can.
Sure. Scott is leaking right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was intentionally playing the turn, because it does open up if you beat the branch that he hit.
Oh, really?
Because
okay.
you turn, and then when you flex back, you kind of take that, all 3 of those gaps out of play. As you can see where Dion is at, I think that's where he was intending to come and flex through.
Gotcha. Not a bad drive from Dion, though. We're looking at Matt. He's going back to the roller.
Oh, that was going to work for sure.
It was. Had a great angle on it. But he'll be trying to salvage a par from there. Scott still looking for a birdie.
Oh, he's going big.
Let's see if this works. I didn't see it come back, Jared.
That play worked great like 6 years ago, but the trees have gotten pretty big.
Truth. Oh, Dion. Oh, man. That's going to be trouble. Here is Matt's third shot after a couple rollers.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, that'll save the par. Kind of a sketchy green on this one.
It is. You want to pretty much do exactly what Cameron's doing here. Play to the fat side and just go past it. As long as you're not, blowing 50 feet past the putts, it's pretty open. There's not a lot of stuff in your way. So.
Dion with the drone getting out of trouble there. And we're looking at Scott with the gator also trying to get out of trouble. It's going to putt.
So we had a heck of a windstorm both 2 years ago and last year. So there used to be some roller angles out of there. But if you saw a lot of those down trees right kind of on the fringe line of the fairway probably took that roller out for the little kind of get out of jail.
And Scott ended up a roller he did not want there.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a oh. No doubter, too. Did you see him? He just put it in.
Just started walking.
Yep.
Dion. Oh, my gosh. Man. This hole has not been kind to Mr. Arlyn. Cameron for the birdie. That's textbook right there.
Wait, he's starting out this back nine really strong. Especially, I wouldn't say he had a bad front, but definitely not, how he wanted to start. And then coming out to go birdie. These are two of the harder par fours for sure.
Yeah.
So
he's playing great right now. Matt dropping in. I believe that's going to be a 4 save, which not too bad after that drive and upshot. And let's check out our scores after 11. The double for Dion. Scott with a bogey as well. And Cameron, strokes on folks right there. Wow. All right, hole 12 is up next. What are we doing?
This is ace run all day. It's just a mid-range, straight shot, maybe a little hyzer flip if that's the play you like. And it's just a nice, pretty open, about 50-foot wide fairway with a little bit tighter gap at the green, but if you get there, you're definitely putting.
Okay. Cameron, it's a pretty looking shot.
Touch short. It looks like he went putter, but again, he's putting,
Yeah, I got a clean look at it as well. Right between those two trees. Mr. Bell.
Yeah, he got through.
Yeah.
Leaked a little left on him, but, his range, definitely in that zone.
That's for sure. Scott? That should break.
Good shot, yep.
And Dion with the Z drone.
This looks good.
I say there's Dion.
Yep.
He's back.
That's a good recovery, or I guess recovery tee shot after kind of disappointing hole 11.
Matt, oh my god! You just never count him out, no matter how far away he is.
Yeah, absolutely not.
He's always running them. Cameron comes up short on the birdie bid. Scott with a little bit of a tree in the way, but doesn't bother him enough. He converts for the 2. And
both him and sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I was just going to say both him and Cameron were kind of just outside that comfort zone, which is basically the tree line is about 20 feet, So they're right around circle's edge for those putts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott made a good one. He's an absolutely fantastic putter.
Real consistent too.
Yeah.
Just the angle out of his hand never changes. you know.
Matt converts the par. Dion getting back on that birdie train. Nice to see that happening. And doesn't lose another stroke to Scott. Looks like Scott has, a 7-stroke lead right now over Matt. And looks like Cameron and Dion tied for 3rd. And we're going to be looking at hole 13.
Okay, so this is the shortest hole on the course, but it's definitely not a gimme. That first gap's probably like 8 to 10 feet, so it's pretty tight. It opens up as you go down the fairway, but 2 or 3 feet left or right can result in a pretty significant kick.
That is for sure. I think we saw some trouble the last round we played this course, and
That's real common. What happened right there, kind of hitting the last wave, left or right.
looks like Scott threw his dart. Dion's going drone.
I love that shot. I actually play an overstable shot and just try and throw it hard and let it dump a little to the right, just to get the putt.
Yeah, I like that play. Cameron throwing the putter, it looks like. Kicks left away from the basket, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll have a look. And Matt Bell throwing the hyzer flip with something understable.
Looks super good.
Great shot.
Excellent shot.
So Scott with the longest of the looks here. He's got his dart again.
Everyone played this shot very, very well.
They did, didn't they?
It's really tight off that tee, yeah.
Yeah. Cameron, good hit. Babe, those feel good.
He's only 2 or 3 putts that he missed early on from having just an absolutely stellar round right now.
Yeah, he's playing some really hard holes very well.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Matt, unfortunately, missing that putt. He will have to settle for the par. Dion, after some trouble, is coming back with a birdie, hopefully.
Yeah, even with the struggles he's had in the last few holes, he's in no way out of this round because the back nine's very attackable, and getting the last two, I think there's 3 or 4 right in a row from this point even that are very two-able. So if he can get all those, his round will be right back on track.
Yeah, he's back under par as of hole 13. Looks like Scott's still 7 clear. A little bit tighter, though, with Cameron and Dion with the birds. And we're looking at hole 14, sorry.
So, kind of the theme of the back nine here is, picking a disc that gets to straight at a certain distance.
Okay.
So hyzer flip or flat shot, whichever you're comfortable with, and then just executing the last kind of gap at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly easy off the tee. Then it gets tighter as you go down. Looks like Cameron just absolutely filleted it.
That was beautiful. Looks like he's throwing a putter again. And that was Dion with his drone again. And Scott, not sure what this is. Oh, I wonder if this is Colt. Nah.
It looks like the same disc he threw on hole 12. And It looks like everyone threw the exact same shot that they threw on hole 12.
You're right, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, they're similar. What a kick!
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
The holes are similar. The elevation's just kind of in reverse,
Oh, yeah, huh? True.
Yeah. Oh,
dude,
what a putt.
He is feeling that stepper right now.
He had like one moment of doubt. Wasn't quite as sure as the last one. Oh, that is twice in this round.
It is. Just a little bit too pro side, or it slipped through, one of the two. Cameron should be converting for the 2. We're a chain out away from a star frame.
Yeah.
How about that? We've seen some really nice kicks this round.
No kidding. That was almost a kick to an ace right there.
It was. After it kicked, I was like, "Oh, it's hunting right
now."
And
it wasn't like a tree right next to the basket. He kicked like halfway down the fairway.
He did,
and then still almost aced it.
He was a good 100 feet from the basket when it hit the tree.
That was good.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, there are your scores. Dion with the lone par. Everybody else taking a bird. Looks like Matt has sole possession of second, and he is 7 back of Scott. And we are looking at hole 15.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of forehands on this hole, or even a roller, a forehand roller. It kind of plays down a bowl and then kind of back up. So you have a straight tunnel, which is extremely tight, or you have this left side where you're trying to be a little deeper than Cameron was to be clean, or you could get lucky, get through the trees a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
And it looks like the overhand here. If you have it, this is actually a great hole for it. So
yeah, now Scott has a great overhand, which he shows off right now, even a little bit long.
That makes the hole much simpler.
Yeah, right. Such a great tool to have in the bag.
It is.
So jealous.
The up the middle gap it's real enticing, but you kind of go down and then back up, so you tend to kind of like hit the bottom of the bowl more than you'd think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like the shot from Dion.
That's good. Yep. I see a lot of forehands on this. I actually play up the middle. It's kind of an awkward lefty. It's another one of those where you're turning your back to your target and there's a tree right where you kind of want to throw, so I tend to try and play the straight shot. So.
Okay. Matt saves par nicely after an up. What was that?
Oh no, something happened between, his approach shot and that putt.
That's funny, man. Malt ball. That guy kills me. There is Scott dropping in the bird. As will Cameron. I think Dion snuck in his at some point.
To illustrate my point about the lefty, Cameron sawed his off. It ended up being a fantastic shot because he got through. But he sawed it off because of the tree I'm talking about, because you turn in your back right to that full nice release down the left. There's a tree. You're just like, oh, don't kiss that. So I always saw it off too. And I'm not Cameron Sheehan, so I don't fight through the trees quite as well normally.
Oh, too funny. We have a tight battle for second with 2 of the 3 guys separated by a stroke. Scott's still out front in hole 16. You got to get this one.
Yeah, this is definitely the absolute must get. Interesting. He's playing the hyzer.
Yeah.
This is extremely tricky because there's some trees that really block your get, and he just missed them.
He almost put it in.
What a great shot. The standard shot is probably what Scott's going to throw right here. You just try and get around the 2 trees that it only looks like one, but there's one right behind it.
Oh, is it really? Oh, okay.
That little sniper tree back there. So you get around those 2. Man, I need to learn from these guys or something. Look at this.
Isn't this your course?
Yeah, I've tried that 100 times, and I think I've tuned it maybe like 10.
Seriously?
Yeah. There's 3 legit trees right in the way.
Wow. Guess not, though.
Well, maybe it's because I know that they're there, so I just always hit them or something.
Yeah. It's like, you're like, don't miss that tree, and then you hit the tree type of thing.
Yeah.
They just don't know about the tree, so they can't hit it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's how that works. Dion just absolute drop in. Scott missed his birdie. Hopefully Cameron does not.
That was a good ball.
Yeah, well, snuck it in there pretty low, but makes it work. Matt will be dropping in his 2 as well, and Scott will be losing a stroke to the card here.
Yeah, getting a 3 on this hole, you're definitely not feeling super stoked. But he does have a pretty significant lead, so I'm sure he's not bumming too hard. So.
He does, man. He went out and shot like 1080 that first round.
I know. It's just... Tyler put in a couple of newer holes, lengthened a few of the holes on Recreator, and Scott just came out and shot, I think, course record for either of those
really?
distances. Yeah, so
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Yeah,
that is something else, man. All right, what are we doing on hole 17?
It looks like Dion's going to throw a forehand, and it's there. It's kind of a soft turn. You don't want to hyzer too hard, but it's a great righty turnover shot.
Okay.
Cameron actually is doing what I do. I don't play the fairway. I try and basically throw through the trees because that's where the real hyzer angle is. Play the fairway, it's a little touchy.
Dion goes to his pulse, which is pretty understable.
And I think the reason is he's trying not to hyzer too hard. If that makes any sense.
No, it totally does.
This looks good.
Oh, this is a sneaky line from Matt.
That's exactly what you want. He's kind of like the hyzer to late stand-up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, caught a super late tree there, but he's going to have a jumper at it. And Scott with the thumber route.
Wow.
Oh.
He's pretty deep, but dang.
he was Tom Cruise right there, buzzing the tower, man.
No doubt.
Dang. Dion. Oh, Dion.
Great putt.
Get it, buddy.
Solid 40-footer right there.
That was a fantastic hit right there. Scott between 2 ferns.
I just know when it goes in with Scott because the angle it's like Scotty's angle. It's just barely hyzer.
Yep,
and then
it is.
And then it goes right in.
Almost every time.
Yep.
Cameron just a little bit too much hyzer on that one. Fades out a little bit early, and Matt Bell for the 2. Uh-oh. He had weird footing there.
Yeah, it looks like he was hung up on a downed tree.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just standing on that log. And there is Matt. Cleans up the park, as will Cameron. Couple good birds there. Great putt from Dion, and a cool route from Scott.
That was a great putt from Dion. I've been there many times, and it's a good one. I mean, it's right there. It's around 40, 45 feet. It's just you don't always hit those. So when you do, they feel good. You know,
they sure do, man. Looks like we have a 3-way tie for second place right now, and they're all, I think, 8 back of Scott. And we are looking at hole 18, another par 4.
All right, 18 is all about making the corner off the tee shot. If you make the corner off the tee shot and you're not deep and you're not long, then you have a chance to get a 3. If you're deep or if you're deep or tight, it's almost impossible.
That looks so good.
That did look awesome. It looks like he just barely caught the last tree, so it's possible to get up and down, but it will be difficult.
Okay. And that was his pulse again. Here is Scott.
That's a little tight.
Yep.
You almost kind of want to skip off of the hill in the background because that'll funnel you back down towards the flat.
Okay. Cameron busting out his solid forehand. That is overcooked, though. Good kick.
He can save a 4 for sure. The 3, possibly if he has good footing, the angle of the hill makes it pretty difficult because you're actually kind of throwing a little uphill.
Wow.
That's awesome. He's a little tight, but he's so far down the fairway that he should be able to come up with something.
Cool. Cameron's second shot, he has got work left to do. Uh-oh.
He almost did it. That's the problem with the footing. You know, he released a little bit early on that one, so he didn't quite get into the gap he was trying to hit. But it was a good effort. He should be able to save 4 even though he's in the bushes.
Oh, Scott. Throwing 3 now after finding that tree. Same disc, same shot. This one's better, though. So he's probably looking at a bogey to finish.
Yeah, he's a solid 180 feet out still, so.
Yeah. Dion goes back to the forehand well, as a Dion will. Good.
What a shot. Yeah, that was an excellent shot.
Yeah.
Matt's almost where Scott's third is lying, so.
You're not wrong.
Drive. He throws the farthest hyzers I've ever seen in my life.
They're wild, aren't they?
It's insane. Yeah, I know how far I play this course all the time. It's blowing my mind.
Yeah. He hucks, man. There's a good upshot there from Scott. He'll save a 5. Here is Cameron's. I believe that's his third.
Yeah, as long as you're not too deep in that bush, it's pretty easy to get up and down. So.
Yeah. It's fortunate not to kick too far back in there. And Dion for a pretty good birdie here to finish.
There you go.
Yeah. Two good putts down the round there for Dion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he definitely turned it around. He had the middle of the the middle of the course was not kind to him, but the beginning and the end here is making up for it.
Exactly. There is Scott shaking his head with a bogey. It's all right, Scott. You got a couple strokes.
Yep, just a few.
Yep. And Matt with a great birdie. That drive was just beautiful.
He's going back to the course that he just, put up the most ridiculous score on ever. So he's like, yeah, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, most likely. Especially the way he's been playing.
Yeah.
There is the gang.
It's funny. I've been trying to get him up here forever because I lived in Southern Oregon for a while, so we played the Sal's Winter Series, quite a few events together. And he's like, oh, man, it's just a beach here. I can't do it. There's no money. And then James told me the first year there was going to be a grand payout. I was like, Scott, man, it's going to be like a G's. Like, next day, ticket was booked, and then he just whoops everyone every time he comes up.
He just comes up and takes that money.
I'm just going to, bust out course records. So.
Oh, man. Scott Withers, man. That guy can ball. There are your scores after 18, and here is your league card for the final round. Chandler Fry making an appearance.
Dude, one of my favorite all-time people, man.
He's great, isn't he?
Oh my god, I love Chandler so much. It's great.
Yeah, I filmed him the first time at Beaver State Fling a couple years back, and he's a great player and a great dude.
Remember those videos? As like one of the first Central Coast I watched because I wanted to watch Chandler Fry. It's so funny.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Take it.
So
cool. Well, that was a super fun watch. Really enjoyed it. Jared, again, thank you so much for coming on. It's always a pleasure, man.
Anytime.
I'd love to have you back. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed round 3. Make sure you come back for round 4. It's a good one.